Pizza Jaffa's orange grows. Microchips is us. iPhone cameras us. Taco salads us. Vamos us. Olive Garden us. White phosphor us. Sabra Hamas. Hasbarist us.
Konnichiwa, Batu Hasubara Yokoso.
Sekai domoto mo doku dekina podo kiasuto.
My name is Matt Lieb, and I will be your world's most moral co-host for this podcast.
I'm Daniel Mate. You already know what it is.
You know what it
is. This is the world's leading Japanese, English, Israeli propaganda debunking podcast in the world. And we're fluent in all those languages.
All those languages.
Plus so many others.
So many others. Basically, endless amount of languages. We are polyglots.
We are protocol droids.
That's right.
We are programmed to speak over.
Mm-hmm. We can speak in, what's the one that he talks about? It's like vapors or some shit. He's like, yes, I speak the language of water vaporizers. There was at one point in Star Wars where I was just like, I don't need all this lore. You give me too much lore. I don't want to watch him sitting talking to a goddamn air conditioner. You know what I mean?
You know how I'm watching Andor now at your recommendation.
I know you are.
And I'm like halfway through season 2 now. And enjoying it quite a bit. But the droid in this series only exists to be disappointed.
Oh yeah, it's
like
the
this
best
droid
part.
is constantly being crestfallen.
Are you talking about K2SO?
I'm talking about B.
Oh,
B2 emo.
B, yeah, no, yeah. B is very sad.
I waited for you.
Yeah, they're like, what if a droid was just that dog in that one episode of Futurama that's just waiting for Fry? I don't know if you watch Futurama, but listen, I'm gonna do a poll. I don't mind.
You said there would be a ceasefire.
Yeah. Just a disappointed anti-Zionist bot.
You told me you believed in a two-state solution.
Yeah. So excited for all of you out there to enjoy another wonderful episode of Batu Hasubara. Please give us 5 stars in a review. Give us your subscription to the YouTube channel and subscription to all of the podcast apps. And if you'd like, your subscription to patreon.com/badhasbara, where we do bonus episodes exclusive to the Patreon. We just released a clip of our episode in which we broke down the breaking the silence that what ContraPoints did. And a lot of you have seemed to really be enjoying that.
Breaking the silence and millions of brains.
Yeah. Breaking and justifying the silence.
Yeah, that was
both at the same time. So that was a fun one. And there's tons of other episodes. There's we did an episode with Sammy Obeid. That's members only. They're all really good. And for those of you out there who are yelling at me whenever I post a clip from a Patreon episode about how, hey, what the hell? How can you post this when, I don't have any money? It's like, well, we put out one free episode a week and then we do one Patreon episode. That's, I didn't invent I just live in the society. I didn't invent the society. You know what I mean? You can't blame me.
Yeah. And you certainly don't blame our pay piggies. I mean, they're the ones who are telling us, go ahead. Release them all for free. Everyone should see this stuff. It's so good.
Yeah.
And we're like, no.
Yeah, we're like, fuck you. No, you're special. We yell right in their piggy snouts, and they laugh and oink, and it's nice to see. We tickle them. So you could be part of the pig pen of the Bad Hasbara Patreon by
join the almost 2,500 people who are currently doing that.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
It is nuts, dude. We're very grateful for everyone out there who has been paying to hear an extra episode a week. It is very cool for us, and it keeps us going, keeps us doing this, despite our best efforts to have us not have to do this podcast. Onward we go. Onward and downward. And before we continue on with all this, I have a very exciting plug. Daniel, this is the most exciting.
Really? I usually tune out for the plug, so I'm going to tune in.
Yeah, no, this is the one you're going to want to hear. Daniel and Adam, producer Adam, shout out to producer Adam, by the way, on the ones and twos. Myself, Daniel, and producer Adam are going to be doing our first official live shows. That's right. We're doing live Bad Hasbara. And where are we going to start? Of course, New York City.
It's happening, baby.
It's happening after months and months of talking to venues and having them ghost us and not want to, talk to us.
What's your podcast called?
Yeah.
Sorry, this is a veterinarian's office.
Yeah. You got the wrong place. Sorry, this is bye-bye. Yeah. Finally, a venue has taken us on October 10th and 11th in Brooklyn at The Gutter. We're going to be doing our first ever Bad Hasbara live shows. That's right. The Gutter. What is The Gutter? It's a bowling alley, but it's a bowling alley that has a venue attached to it. And it's a small venue. And so, this is going to be obviously our first run of shows. So we're going to do them and, have fun, work out some kinks, see what we're doing. Who knows what we're doing?
No kink shaming as we do.
Yes. So please do not shame us for the kinks we're going to be working out. And guess what? Tickets will go on sale first for Patreon members this Friday. That's July 18th. And then very quickly after that to everyone else. Small venue. So join the Patreon. That's the best way to ensure that you get tickets. Or, wait, I don't think it'll sell out from just the Patreon alone. But, if you want to ensure, that's what you could do. And it's going to be a different show each night. We're going to have different guests on each show. It's going to be so much fun. Please come out. And then
Should we show the banner?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we have a banner. That's us. Bad Hasbara, 2 nights in New York. The city of dreams. Or something.
The city that never sweeps.
Oh, yeah. The Big Apple. The Windy City. The Sunshine State.
The city of light.
That's right. The city on a hill. Stupid. So yeah, please come to that. And then there's going to be a subsequent show at the Bell House. I will be there. Francesca Fiorentini will be there. Daniel Mate will be there. And a bunch of stand-up comics will be there. It's going to be super fun. The Bell House show is called Francesca Fiorentini and Friends.
That's a few nights later, right?
Yeah, like I think a couple nights later, maybe like one night later. It's and we'll have that information. We'll get you the dates. So that'll be in the thing. It'll also be in the description. I should have prepped that. But the point is that you can see stand up at that show, but go to Gutter, see us do live Bad Hasbara. It's going to be so great. Once again, Seattle. Come to Seattle August 1st and 2nd. I will be there. Francesca will be there. It's going to be super fun. In the description. Come to Houston, August 28th. My wife, myself, Punchline, Houston. There we go. So, today, our episode is brought to you by Gaza City Flower Fund. The Gaza City Flower Fund is raising money to feed up to 250 families in and near Gaza City with 2-kilogram sacks of flour purchased at disaster premium prices and given directly to hungry families. This is a incredibly important charity, and it's one in which if you have any money and you are budgeting it for expenditures, I would suggest giving your money to Gaza City Flower Fund first and foremost before anything else, for tickets to live events, before Patreon. Put your money there where it'll actually go to good use rather than just to a bowling alley that we're going to perform at. So please donate. Gaza City Flower Fund. Daniel.
Homie.
What's a spin?
Well, I told you about that Edmonton record store I went to, and I'm visiting my folks up on a BC Gulf Island right now, and I flew up here in a seaplane yesterday. I did not bring my records with me, but I took pictures of them. This is a little selection of records I got based just on the cover alone. This is from the world music section, like Africa, Asia, Middle East. Starting with this guy, Omar Khorshid, Giant and Guitar. which is an Egyptian guitar player. This is from the mid-'70s, 1974. Yeah. It's a really good album. You can see him. He's got his guitar. He's on his motorbike. He's making it through the streets of Cairo.
Yeah, he doesn't look giant to me. He kind of, I mean, he looks like a regular-sized guy, unless it's a really big bike. But I definitely see a guitar.
Yeah.
I love it.
I think he's probably more of a proverbial giant of the art form.
Yes, a music giant.
This guy stared out at me from the rack, and I had to pick him up.
Simigwa.
Higudu Be Amboli. From Ghana, High Life record, really cool music.
Nice.
This guy is the dopest. This guy's looking super cool.
Oh, look at this.
Drisi El Abbasi, who is a Rai practitioner from Tunisia, I believe.
He's a what practitioner?
Rai. It's a style of music from, is it Tunisia or Algeria? I might be getting it wrong. I think it's Tunisia.
All right.
But a lot of revolutionary lyrics, anti-colonial stuff. Some wah-wah guitar, very cool.
And he's hot as shit.
Isn't he cool?
Look at him. God damn. See, I wish I had a mustache like that, but I can't. Mine is wispy. His is thick like yours.
Very Miami Vice coded.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
he looks
Tom
like
Selleck, yeah.
He looks like he's gonna find the cocaine.
Yeah. You call him Tamer Selleck.
Yeah.
And then we got Okute from Cuba.
Oh.
And again, this record, this album was just too cool looking. I had to pick it up. And I've listened to all of them, and they all are just full of excellent, cool music. And some of it's on Spotify, so maybe it'll show up on their What's the Spin playlist that someone is still
updating,
maintaining and updating.
Yeah, every week they put it up some new albums on their playlist. So shout out to whoever's doing that. And those look like good records. I love them. I love it.
They're pretty exciting. And my sampler's excited too, because there's all kinds of cool moments I'm grabbing. I can't listen to music anymore now that I have everything I'm listening to sounds like a grab bag of things I can steal and manipulate.
To what ends, Daniel?
I don't know. It's imperialism.
I love that. You're doing it's a version of imperialism where you're just like, I'm doing cultural appropriation, but just a little section at a time.
Yeah, and I'm gonna exactly. I'll turn it inside out. I'll change the key.
Exactly.
You won't even recognize it by the time I'm done with your culture.
Yeah, exactly. I'll make it better and more and more civilized.
I'll put it in a blender.
Yeah, exactly. Daniel remixing the Elgin Marbles. I don't know, man. Do you get it?
That reference? No, I didn't get that reference.
No, it's all right.
I think when Adam drops a reference, we don't get it. We know it's time to move on to our guest.
It's true. Maybe that's his way of doing it. I also like that we both kind of looked at it like dogs hearing their master's voice through a voice message machine. Just, ain't that daddy? So that is a good point. Adam, we should move on to finally introducing our guest. We have a great guest this week. He is a comedian out of New York City, and we're very excited to introduce him and have him here in the Bad Hasbara family. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone else, please welcome to the podcast, Lukas Arnold.
Hello, how are you guys doing?
We're doing good. Well. How are you doing, dog?
I'm doing great. It's crazy you don't know what the Elgin Marbles are. That's really disappointing.
Oh, there we go. He's got it.
Explain. This is Bad Hasbara.
Yes.
Hasbara means explanation. So go ahead. Hasbara.
Please, Hasbeer.
Yeah, I wasn't able to back it up. I just really wanted to get on a high horse, I think they're Greek.
Yeah.
I think they're Greek.
That sounds right to me. Elgin?
Yeah.
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah. I know that there are a set of marbles in the British Museum that it's a debated topic whether they should be returned to Greece. I'm aware of that.
Well, look, I'm getting confirmation in the private chat from Adam. Yes, stolen from Greece. Look at that.
Someone lost their marbles.
Someone
wow.
Hey.
That's horrible.
That's good.
Oh, buckle up. Welcome to...
Yeah, this is nothing but puns.
Great.
Adam gave you a 3 out of 10. He's just
that
mad.
Wasn't even a pun.
Yeah, he's having
no,
fun.
That was just an appropriate phrase.
Yes,
that's right.
Just yeah.
That word reminds me of an idiom.
Yeah, exactly. This is what people with schizophrenia do. Welcome to the podcast, Lukas. So excited to have you. You are a comedian out there in New York City.
New York
Gutter.
The Big Smoke.
Yes, I performed at the Gutter a good few times. Yeah.
Okay, it's a
great place.
Good? Oh,
It's a fantastic performance venue. I don't know how it's going to be. Like, you're doing a live version of the podcast on stage. Is that?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's going to go great. I'm only familiar with it as a stand-up venue.
Yeah. But it's like stand-up, but with more chairs.
Yeah, and a lot less vibrancy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be great. You're going to do amazing.
It'll be great. Listen, everyone. You heard it here first. The Gutter is great.
It won't be stand-up comedy so much as sit-down whimsy.
Yeah.
Sit-down whimsy. That's a perfect distillation of a podcast. Sit-down
call
whimsy.
it that.
Sit-down whimsy, yeah.
I do sit-down. Yeah.
Yeah. I do sit down. Funny?
Yeah.
No. Whimsical. Make you think.
I've been doing sit-down like 5 years or so. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been
closed mic.
He's a sit-down. Whoa. How long you been doing sit-down? Lucas.
Yeah.
Can you hear the bowling balls hitting the thing?
No, you can't.
Okay, good. That's great.
So far apart. It's wild how much one place has, because it's really like bowling alley, very standard bar, and then pretty good performance venue. And it's all in one connected space. It is. I never really thought about how much like square footage they have, but it's really a lot that they do. Go to the Gutter; it's a good place.
Yeah, especially in Brooklyn. I mean, everything's so close together out there.
And it's not far from Brooklyn Bowl, which has a similar setup, but it's much larger.
You are right. You are absolutely right. Brooklyn Bowl. I actually did it was a Zoran fundraising event that I performed stand up at.
You're telling me that there's another bowling alley venue nearby?
Oh, yeah, much larger. I saw Fishbone and Living Color there. I've performed on that stage myself. I did hip-hop karaoke there many times back in the day.
Wow. Why is New York like that?
And they have many, many bowling lanes and 2 bars and food.
But so we're not here.
We're not there. We're at the Gutter.
We're not shouting out that bullshit. No, we're at the better venue.
Gutter. The Gutter,
Gutter's better.
I don't know. Bowling feels like a good sport for New York because New York is a very cramped city. It's where there's like everyone is on top of you. And so like bowling is a very narrow sport.
That's true.
So it works for the city. It's built for the architecture.
All the brownstones are like bowling alleys in a way.
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Every apartment you go into is just basically a hallway with a kitchen in it.
Yeah. The space is the silhouette of a bowling lane.
Yeah. That's wild. I never thought about that. Now that I have, I got pretty much nothing more to say about it.
It's been great talking to you.
Yeah. So you went to, you said you had done an event for this man, Zoran Mamdani.
Yes.
Which is my segue into talking about your recent video that came out a few weeks ago. I think it was right after he had gotten the Democratic nomination for mayor of New York.
Possibly just before.
Oh, was it?
I think before.
It was right before. Oh, so you helped rocket him to stardom.
It was with the intention of trying to promote discussion and buzzing in the zeitgeist and trying to
It's where I first encountered you, and I was so delighted by it that I instantly was like, will you come on our show? On the strength of this one video alone.
Can I ask, was it the sketch or was it me interviewing him?
It was the sketch.
Gotcha.
Which I think we're about to play.
Yeah,
very cool.
Let's play that for anyone who hasn't seen it. It is from your Instagram, which we will have in the show notes. Here it is.
Someone get me anti-Semitism on Zoran! Boss, he's laser focused on making the city affordable for NYC's 1.4 million Jewish residents. He thinks anti-Semitism isn't real? No, he's acknowledging it. He's planning on working with Jewish communities with an open hand. Not the open hand. It's very inviting. He's anti-Zionist, though. Yeah. So we got him. Anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism. But he's consistently steering the conversation toward the absurdity of an apartheid state. Wait. Bagel order. Wait. I think we got him. Damn right. Don't. It's bad. Give it to me. It's a toasted poppy seed bagel with... Spit it out. Scallion cream cheese. It's a real one. Hey, Steven. Jewish friends? None, right? He and Jewish candidate Brad Lander co-endorsed each other for their voters' ranked choices like two cutie patooties and a paper.
Hey, boss.
Please, tell me you got some.
It's not much, but maybe all we got.
Brown plus Muslim, it says on a piece of paper.
That's it? Yeah. Just dress it up. Make it look like an accident.
Very good. Very
Thank
good
you so
video.
much. It's very odd hearing. I'm glad that you enjoyed it and were laughing, but it is one of the only times that I've actually heard laughter along with it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know that feeling well. Well. Anytime I'm on something and they play a video of mine from the internet, I'm just like, oh, good. So people do think it's funny. because
internet videos are not meant to have laugh tracks. They're meant to be accompanied by someone chuckling very softly to themselves in bed.
No, literally just going, just like, just that. Yeah. Just a little.
And you have to like rewire your brain, especially as a stand-up comedian. You have to rewire your brain to like look at faves as laughs, and you're just like, okay, I think they like it.
Absolutely, it is. You do have to restructure how your brain metabolizes success and approval.
Right, exactly. Which for a comedian is the most important thing, because there's no other reason to do it. It doesn't pay well. It's just like you do it because you're like, that room full of 25 people thought I was good. I can live one more day.
Yeah, one more, and before I end it. Yeah,
that's right. So this, obviously post that video, Zoran Mamdani won. You interviewed Mamdani.
I did. Yes.
Right? Can you tell us about that? What was your impression of him? Is he secretly an anti-Semite harboring anti-Semitic feelings?
Oh yeah, no, he killed me.
No, you're dead.
No. I will tell you the way I got to meet him was that I posted that sketch, and it was literally later that day that I met him, because it was the same day that he was doing his big walk. Yeah. It was the same day as him doing a big walk of Manhattan from the top tip to the bottom tip. And another comedian, Kenise Circa, she messaged me and said that she had actually gotten in touch with someone from Zoran's campaign and said that he's doing this big walk. He's going to be stopping at like a few different points, X, Y, and Z in Manhattan at these times. Any content creators that want to come over, make some videos with him, and get the word out, really just trying to push people to vote. He'll be stopping at these points. You can come organize a little time slot where we can make some stuff.
Right.
And she gave me a phone number, and I got in touch with a very nice lady called Amelia, and I met up with him. And I basically was like, all right, it's a limited amount of time. Let's really just get a message out. Not like think, how can I create it? I was like, let me just do what he really wants to get out there, because I ultimately wanted just to be of service. And so I came up with these questions, gave them to him to like approve a little bit to make sure that like it wasn't any like gotcha moments.
Sure.
And he came up with just really very polished answers in like under a minute, and in a way where I stutter a lot. I go. I have a lot of. I was more impressed than anything at just his ability to come up with something so present and succinct, and all the while he really was matching my energy really well in a way that I was just very impressed by.
I've noticed that about him, and his campaign did something very smart in leaning into the support of comedians. I don't know that I've ever seen this before. I mean, there's been political satirists in the mix, know, who like late night talk show hosts or whatever, who do their job in glazing certain candidates or whatever, or attacking others. But in terms of a grassroots campaign of someone without much name recognition to start with, really being playful and even self-deprecating without being totally irony-pilled, and managing to mix that kind of sincerity and earnestness that you need to get a positive message out there to people who don't listen to podcasts, while recruiting the like creative skills and whatever it is else that comedians bring. I was impressed. It struck me as quite unique.
But also, it's like very clear, like the type of comedian that he is, talking to him or wants to talk to him for the most part is, like openly left-wing comedians out there, comedians and podcasters who have more of, independent funding. Not it's not like late night. Like you get Zoran on a late night show like Colbert, and Colbert instead just asks him about anti-Semitism and about how all Jews are scared of him. Lucas, are you a Jewish man?
Yes, I am. I'm half Jewish. I was my father was Jewish.
Right.
My mother
So
not
you're a treif. You're a treif like me. You're only Jewish enough to kick a.
I have learned a new word.
Yeah. Well, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
You're
Haram.
No, patrilineal Jew. I am Haram. Yes, I am indeed. No, my mom is actually raised Muslim. But I wasn't raised religiously. I was.
Wait, are you serious? Your mom was raised Muslim?
Yeah, my mom is Sudanese.
Oh wow, that's amazing. That's very cool. So you're a mixed American boy.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you about like the charges of anti-Semitism against him in general.
Yes.
Have been interesting to me as someone who is like been watching the way in which anti-Semitism has been more and more co-opted by people who are not Jewish whatsoever, and used as like a political cudgel against other people, including Jews, which I find really interesting. The discourse around it. What was your impetus for making this video? Was it that you saw a lot of people going around calling him an anti-Semite and for no reason, or Tell me about it.
Yeah. I would say number one, main impetus was I had a feeling that this was a good idea for a video that I thought would do well and ultimately help bolster his campaign. That's what I ultimately thought. I think this would be helpful. And anytime I make a video, I always send it around to a bunch of like-minded friends. Even some I always try to get feedback. I always try to make sure that it's like as strong as possible. That was my main reason. But really, it's just, he was asked so much about Israel, which is, I don't think that I'm like saying anything new. It's not a relevant thing for a New York City mayor to have like a strong opinion about. Right. And I say like for some reason he is that. It was because he is a brown man, a brown American, a Muslim American, and a vocally pro-Palestinian dude. And there is a 1-to-1 ratio drawn between anti-Zionism and anti-Semitism. And it's so angering to see.
Yeah.
And it is, and I will say, I would say a big reason why it made me angry is because I know, being someone who is mixed, I mean, like, I'm a white dude. I simply am. But I do come from a mixed family, and I know that I get less pinpointed questions in the way that Zoran has received because of how I look. Right. And it's so infuriating seeing simple racism at work. That is what it is, and that's why it made me. It's a big reason why I wanted to make this video, is to really just peel it back and show this is racism at play. This is simply racism at play, and powers that be trying to stop a guy with a lot of good ideas simply because he is Muslim, because he's brown, because he cares about human rights.
Yeah.
Well, and I love the ways in which that the structure of the sketch itself reveals they're trying to get something substantive and juicy and scandalous, right? And you go to the anti-Zionism, but then you realize, oh shit, he's covering those bases very well, and he's speaking to Jews, so he can't be an anti-Semite. Okay, the bagel order, and finally the cool as fuck fixer comes in at the end with the sunglasses. He's like, I got it. And what has he got? He's got the fact we have pretty good intel
Muslim.
That he's brown and Muslim.
Yeah,
the most surface
level
thing. Yeah,
dress that up, do what you need to do with that, and that is all they have. And then all they do is they just dress that up with terror language, or globalize the Intifada, or
bad Photoshop of him looking more brown,
more beardy.
Exactly the point is that it was also that I wanted that sketch. I don't want to like put myself down, but it is just a thinly veiled reconstruction of what we know has happened.
That's not putting yourself down. That's a testament to the skill of it. because
I appreciate it. That's very kind.
You worked with the minimal number. It was very parsimonious. You just take the basic truth, you dress it up slightly, you put it in a genre, and boom, it's art.
Yeah, and it's actually not. It's not your fault that reality is almost as ridiculous as parody now. That you didn't.
Indeed, yeah.
You didn't invent this society. The society just cropped up around you.
Forgive me for diverting, but I just saw Superman. Highly recommend if you guys haven't seen it yet.
We're going to. We're gonna. Don't worry, everyone out there who's been asking us about Superman. We're gonna see Superman, and we're gonna do a deep dive. We're gonna talk about the movie. I'm very excited to see it because
it's so fun. It's hilarious. It is I would say easily top 5 funniest superhero movies I've ever seen. James Gunn did an amazing job. No, seriously, it is so good. It makes you love almost every single person on screen. But the reason why I wanted to bring it up is that a lot of people are saying like, oh, this is an anti-Israel movie. This is clearly a send-up of like Bibi and so on. And I have like a mixed feelings of how direct they meant it to be. But really the conclusion is that the world has just become so cartoonishly villainous
it's a fucking,
that it matches what a superhero movie and a villain. It's like the world has become like this. And I was like, that's exactly it.
Yeah, and I think the funniest thing in the world is anyone who's like a Zionist getting mad at it is just clearly telling on themselves. Where, I think it was Adam who said something along the lines of like, hey, sir, I resemble that remark. It's like, that's you fucking telling on yourself that you see the cartoonishly evil people and you're just like, is this about me? Like, maybe don't do that. But I really want to see that movie, and we will, and we'll.
It's fun.
We'll
it's
break it
so
down.
Fun.
And we have a clip of a leader who I don't know if he's cartoonishly evil. He's cartoonishly something.
He's cartoonishly buffoonish, and he's one of my favorite characters. It is the current mayor of New York, Eric Adams. He was recently interviewed and asked the tough questions about Mamdani. And he had this to say.
Do you think that Mamdani is an anti-Semite?
Yes, I do. I think that when you're in the streets, after what we saw took place on October 7th, when you're in the street either the next day or days later and don't immediately denounce it, when you're unwilling to talk about global intifada.
God, I'm sorry.
When you in the streets,
when you
out here in these streets,
when you're in these streets and you cannot condemn the globalized veggie frittata, then clearly there's some anti-Semitism going on in there. I'm sorry if you can't literally
intifada.
Hello, Mata. If you can't
He's right there.
Pronounce the slur that you are trying to imply your opponent is doing, then maybe you shouldn't talk about it. You know what I mean?
I love how he feels. He's just, it's just this like awkward thing. Everything has to have like some like street like attitude to it with him. He's got like, when you're talking to your people in the park, when you're kicking it in a cipher, and you can't even
when you're in a b-boy stance,
when when you're moving the crowd till the break of dawn, and you can't even speak about beheaded babies.
Oh my God! Yeah, he is. It's so unfortunate that he's mayor because he is hilarious and he is so interesting. Yeah. He is at the very least a very interesting guy.
Yeah, he's
like vegan diet, but then says like New York is like a place where you can build a business one day, towers crash another. That's New York.
The magic of New York is your ability to eat from a halal cart and then watch 2,000 people die. It's
the place where you can sort of brush, incinerated building dust off your falafel before you consume it.
Have you seen the compilation of him going, New York is the Islamabad of America? It's like, it's whatever community he's talking to, he's like, it's like...
His pandering skills are unparalleled because they're completely, like, almost incomprehensible.
Well, he's never heard of any of the places he's referencing.
Nor
he's so authentically inauthentic.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Well, him and Trump are in a class all their own, which makes them both the funniest guys and very, very, very sinister when in power.
Right.
Yeah. Wait, a small story I want to share. Last year, I took part in a roast of Eric Adams. Nice. Me and a very good comedian, Athir Yacoub, who I think has a special out on YouTube. If anyone listening or watching, please, Atheer, Athir Yacoub. She's amazing. But we made this roast of Eric Adams, and it was actually for high school kids, I believe, because it was a political action group trying to get, like, not a PAC, but a political group trying to get, like, young people involved in politics. And this one kid who I think he came from a cop family, when we started doing jokes about Eric Adams, immediately started yelling, "You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. Enough." And he was so angry at us. And everyone else was like, "Dude, what is wrong with you?" Everyone else was down to, like, rip on Eric. And I spoke to him, because he was a kid. And I had a feeling that he was probably on the spectrum as well. It was just a vibe he was giving off. So I thought, okay, I want to be kind. I don't agree with this kid, but I was like, hey, man, my name is Lucas. I was paid to be here to do a professional presentation. I have a feeling if you stay here, you're going to hate this. And
it's going to get worse.
It's going to get a lot more disrespectful. With no disrespect to you, I invite you to leave because I don't want to put you through this. And
That's
he
beautiful.
Like stormed out, but relatively peacefully.
I like that.
Yeah.
He actually took the advice. He just wanted to let you know he was mad about it.
I think he calmed down a little bit. Like, I passed by him in the hallway and he didn't do any of that. He was just like, He was just sort of like stuck in this position.
Oh, man. Yeah. I mean, Eric Adams, the weird thing about him to me is, obviously I'm coming from outside. I'm in LA, Daniel's in New York, but this is the thing with all New York politicians, where I look at the fact that any of them are successful as, like, I guess in New York, people are surrounded by just kind of goofy guys. Like, Cuomo's the same way, Trump's the same way. Like, it is incomprehensible as, like, an Angelino to look at these politicians and go, like, you guys see they're doing shtick, right? You see that they don't believe anything that they're saying, that everything they're doing is like a pretend man on the street, and I don't understand people being like, yeah, that's my guy. He talks like me. He looks like me. We gobble gold together. And I'm just like, he's doing it. It's an affectation. You think Cuomo to me is the fakest motherfucker I think I've ever seen in my life.
He just did his first ever man on the street, dressed in short sleeves, trying to be Zoran now.
Dude, can I tell you, I've already written a video about that.
Oh, yeah, you got a video about that as well?
I can't wait.
I have a video. Basically, I won't spoil it. No, but immediately when I saw that, because here's the thing, I found because there you can see like street signs, like cross street signs,
right.
And then I found out if you look deeply in the videos, you can find the location of everywhere he is. He didn't leave a 5-block radius of that one spot on the Upper East Side.
Of course, dude.
It's all on the Upper East Side.
I found every location. He doesn't leave like within 5 blocks north and south.
I have to play the video because it is so funny for him to, like, number one, still be running.
I've been to Madison. I've spoken to people on Madison Avenue. I've spoken to people on Lexington Avenue. I've spoken to people on Park Avenue. All across
90th
New York,
Street,
people
91st, 94th. You don't hear a single other person speak.
No.
Yeah. Oh, no, of course not. Yeah. Here's some of that video.
I'm Andrew Cuomo. And unless you've been living under a rock, you probably know that the Democratic primary did not go the way I had hoped. to the 400.
All right. So in this video, just for the podcast listeners, there's B-roll of him walking around in a short sleeve, polo shirt, hugging people, doing the Zoran thing. And I just want to point out
New Yorkers who voted for
that.
I will now give DAP to my constituents.
If you look on the top right-hand corner, there is a boom mic.
Oh my God, there's the boom.
Yeah, so he is stage B-roll of him being human being.
Just zoom in.
Yeah. I mean, or
you can do that on the editing floor.
Do it naturally. I'm sure someone's going to want to hug you. Like the fact that you're like, no, we got to hire a black guy. Like he straight up has footage, B-roll of him hugging what's supposed to be just an everyday African-American man on street that he clearly staged, bro. This is crazy.
For me, a sincere thank you. Thank you for believing in me, in my agenda, and in my experience. And I am truly sorry that I let you down. But as my grandfather used to say, when you get knocked down, learn the lesson and pick yourself back up and get in the game.
His grandfather was Chumbawamba?
And that is what I'm going to do. The fight to save our city isn't over. Only 13% of New Yorkers voted in the June primary. The general election is in November, and I am in it to win it.
Okay, so I just want to point out that you start the video off with an apology in which you're like, I'm so sorry I let you down, New Yorkers who voted for me. But unless
you've been living under a rock for the last several weeks,
my favorite
you know
thing.
that I ate absolute dog shit recently.
You have someone
I was wiped.
Holding up a card, like reading off this, please.
Yeah,
There's someone doing that.
Yes, I love it. He's just like, unless you have been in some sort of medically induced coma for the
If you have had an injury at your workplace,
call 1-800. Oh no, sorry. No,
he's an injury attorney. That's how he comes across.
Yes, it is wild. Like watching, just to me, the most inauthentic man who's ever lived, be someone that he was governor. I mean, I know he was governor because his father was governor, but it's just very funny to me that.
And yet it's a more sincere and contrite apology than we've ever seen him do for, I don't know, groping women or killing old people in nursing homes. Like, he's genuinely sorry.
He's sorry he lost.
That he got his ass kicked.
Yeah, he's like,
I'm sorry that I'm the one I hurt.
Yeah. I know you had high hopes for me. Like, this is something he would say in a mirror, not to constituents. I know after the whole gropey thing and the whole killy oldie people thing, you were all really hoping I would be your next mayor, and I'm sorry to disappoint you. But also, my grandfather always said, if you lose, you could still run because there's new rules. That's what my grandfather always said.
Is that it's so easy to come up with a more entertaining and more engaging video for him to do, even if it's obviously fake. Like, you could show him like doing like some like fake workouts with like foam dumbbells. Like when you get knocked down, you got to get back. There's so many ways that are tongue in cheek that would actually be fun to shoot. Like he may even enjoy doing. No, there's zero joy.
No, he can't do it because he's a joyless man. You know, it's like he'd have to surround himself with people who weren't just like grandfathered in cronies who have been trying to get him to win, you know, his whole life. All of these people are surrounded by these operatives. It's wild to watch. We have so much more Hasbara to get into before we continue. But we do need to take a tiny little break for some ads. So everyone, please stick around. We will be right back. Hey, everyone. If you're still tossing and turning all night and feeling edgy during the day, let me tell you about CBD from CBD Distillery. Daniel, I got a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Do you have any trouble sleeping?
You know, I know you can't tell from my incredible complexion and bright, sunny disposition, but in fact, sometimes I do.
Yeah, I ask you because you are constantly someone who in the past has had bags under their eyes, not out of age, but I think out of tiredness. I'm the same way, Daniel. I have a lot of trouble sleeping. My thoughts kind of race in my mind all the time. And if you're like me and Daniel, if you're struggling with sleep, stress, or other health concerns and haven't found relief, well, make the change to CBD from CBD Distillery. Millions are turning to their CBD for relief because it works. In fact, over 90% of customers report better sleep with CBD. And it's not just sleep. CBD Distillery offers targeted formulations for just about everything. Sleep, stress, mood, and focus, pain after exercise. They even have CBD for pets. Wow. Now, yeah, it's crazy, but it works. Daniel and I were both sent our very own samples of products by CBD Distillery, which was very nice. Thank you so much, CBD Distillery, for doing that. And I just want to talk about one of my favorite things that I got. I got this thing that was a pain stick. It's it says on it, distilled. This is a CBD relief stick for targeted relief. I personally loved it. I put it on my back. It made me feel better. Daniel, did you try any products? What did you like?
Yeah, I tried the gummies, which I found were nice and relaxing. But in particular, on the recent canoe trip that I did, I brought along the CBD oil, which I think was labeled
Yes,
and
yes, it was.
You take like a dropper full under your tongue, and you hold it for a minute, and you switch. And I mean, let me tell you, muscle pain, stiffness, soreness after paddling in a canoe and a kayak for a few days. By the end of the day, I was very sore indeed, and I really did feel the relaxing effects of CBD Distillery's CBD oil.
Yeah.
For that very sore situation. So
yeah,
I was
can
grateful
imagine
to have it.
Well, that's why I avoid things like that, because I don't want to feel those pains. But maybe now I have a reason to go canoeing, Daniel, and we can go together.
Hell yeah.
As friends.
I'd love that.
I would love that too.
We should do more things just as friends.
We really got to do it. Right now, we just podcast as friends, and now we need to do other things as friends too.
What if we just lay around your living room all day, just taking dropperfuls of CBD oil?
I mean, I'm down to do it. I think it would be great, and I think it's a good reason, good motivation for me to at the very least get in shape, at least in shape enough to go canoeing. So yeah, it worked for us. CBD Distillery worked for us, and it's made with the highest quality, clean ingredients, no fillers, just premium CBD.
Yeah, so we often talk about our episode being brought to you by, and then we name a charity that want you to support. But genuinely, in the more traditional sense of a sponsor, I want to thank CBD Distillery for sponsoring this episode. And you can now get 25% off your entire purchase at cbddistillery.com. and use promo code MOSTMORAL.
That's right. For a limited time, you can save 25% off your entire purchase. So visit cbddistillery.com and use promo code MOSTMORAL. That's cbddistillery.com, promo code MOSTMORAL. Once again, cbddistillery.com. Specific product availability depends on individual state regulations. All right. Back to the show. And we're back. It's Badass Bara, world's most moral podcast, and we're here with comedian Lukas Arnold. How you doing, Lucas?
Doing lovely still. I love those commercial reads. I didn't hear them, but I know they were good.
They were great. We read those ads so perfectly.
Amazing.
Everyone who saw it immediately bought product.
Hell yeah.
What product? Don't know. You'll see.
Good product.
Great product. Great product that I stand behind. Here we go. We have some accidental Hasbara. This is amazing. So this ad has been circulating around, the internet for a few days now, and it is just incredible the way in which Israeli society lives in its own bubble, where they. To the rest of the world, if you talk about Israeli technology and you talk about, Israeli military capacity, I don't know, your brain sort of goes to some dark images, a lot of death and destruction and genocide and whatnot. But in Israel, it's a completely different thing. And in Israel, they love tanks, they love guns. So here is an accidental BDS ad they did recently, in which I believe the point of the ad is to let you know that every time you buy an Israeli product, it goes towards, quote, keeping Israel safer, which is
they're basically begging their own citizens not to BDS them. Please keep buying local.
Yeah, it's so wild to me because I'm like, this ad is actually incredibly useful tool for BDS because it just reinforces what we say all the time, which is that, you know, when you purchase anything, that is in Israel and helps the Israeli economy, you are also helping the genocide. You're also killing people.
I think the ad may also qualify for our bad or Am Yisrael AI segment, just given the aesthetics of it. But
should I play?
Do you want to play the bumper?
I'm gonna play the bumper. This is.
I think everything in it is AI generated, including the singer.
This is Am Yisrael AI. Picture of a lion with an Israeli flag, and a picture of Hamas as an octopus or a bug. I'm Israel high. I'm Israel high. I'm Israel AI. Israel AI. Fuck yeah. Oh yeah, that's good shit. All right, so that is the bumper, and here is the ad that we are going to be playing for you. Just amazing stuff here, and we will give you a translation of it after the fact. But for those viewing and those listening, we'll also explain what you're seeing.
But just enjoy the music.
All right, AI girl singing. All right, orange juice.
Turning into a rocket.
Yeah.
Cheese.
Windows,
tanks. Pharmaceuticals. Satellites. Shampoo.
A drone.
Looks kind of like Corinne Jean-Pierre.
Yeah.
I'm glad she found a nice career for herself after.
All right. So you guys got to hear this translation.
What does it say?
This is the most fascist copy I've ever seen. Now I've seen more like the when I say fascist, I mean like propaganda for the population itself. I'm not talking about like the exulting bloodthirsty like Habu Darbu pop songs that Israel was doing about killing Palestinians. This is more like the pep talk given to the population about everyone buck up.
Yes,
because we're all in this together. So it says this is the lyrics in the coming ad. We'll mix it well. Compliments to Totzeret Haaretz, which means produce of the land. So produce of the land is the title of the song. It's the hook of the song. It's the theme. Produce of the land. Have you ever heard something so Nazi coded in a language that wasn't German?
Jesus.
The squeezed orange. The interception arrow. That's, I guess, an Iron Dome.
Yeah. That's the
rocket.
type of it's the type of missile. That
so the squeezed orange, the interception arrow, the cheese. Produce of the land. The shopping window. The Merkava tank. The medicine. Produce of the land. The satellite in space. Maytal's shampoo. The UAV drone. All produce of the land. When you see it all together like that, the heart fills with pride because the produce of the land is power, security, independence, and hope. Today we all understand the Israeli industry creates security, independence, and power. Strong industry, a strong Israel.
I can only assume it rhymes in Hebrew.
Those last two bullet points are spoken by the
voice,
by the voice. So,
singing,
but everything before that does rhyme. Yeah.
Oh my God,
it is terrifying.
Yeah, and it just like it's shit like this where I just can't. I truly can't imagine. It puts you in the shoes of the sort of media bubble that you must be in if you were an Israeli citizen. You know, like,
and they thought Superman was making them look bad.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're just like, because the intended audience is obviously Israelis, and that means that for this intended audience, they're like, well, certainly they're going to look at all these products and, you know, weapons of war and death and be filled with pride.
And for those not watching, like, these products are morphing into each other the way it does in AI.
Yeah.
And the singer is also completely AI generated, I think.
Yeah.
Very, very pretty black woman with, you know,
I mean, it's AI. It's an AI lady.
It's also her hair like dissolves into the shining light background.
Yeah.
If she just turns like, and there's nowhere with lighting that powerful.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
But these items, these products, the orange melts into an Iron Dome missile, melts into a plate of cheese. Tank melts into medicine. The satellite melts into a shampoo bottle, into a fucking baby-killing drone.
It's like Terminator
everything about
2.
it. I mean, this, and you're right, Matt. We are getting a window into what is normal for these Israelis.
At the end of the ad, does it say like who it is that made the ad, or like, or is it just like,
you know, actually, no, I don't have the information of who made this ad, so I don't know if it's, you know, it's one of the ministries, I assume. But I don't know.
The Department for Industrial Morale.
Yeah, exactly.
God.
I'm just making that up, but something.
No, but it sounds real, and it's just like, it hurts to hear.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like, first of all of that, I do love the morphing thing, because it is very much like it's like the end of Terminator 2, where the T-1000 is in the lava and he's just melting back into all of the different people.
I was thinking it's like the black or white music video, the Michael Jackson song.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like, the way those, like...
That's probably where they got the idea.
Probably.
Yes.
I saw Michael Jackson on that tour at a concert in Tel Aviv in 1993.
Michael Jackson, us. Yeah.
Black or White is probably the most popular Michael Jackson song in Israel.
Yeah.
So they love the sentiment.
It don't matter if you're black or white, as long as you're not Palestinian.
That's right.
That was the undertones. But yeah, like this was, you know, I assume made by some ministry, and they have a bunch of these, you know, obviously like weird internal ministries, inward facing ministries, and then outward facing ministries that are, you know, propaganda. There's propaganda for the outside and propaganda for the inside. Obviously, deep within Israel, you don't have to convince anyone that what they're doing is okay. Which is just crazy. It's crazy to see as, like, you know, not an Israeli. Like, oh, so people are just sitting around going like, you know, oh yeah, this makes me feel good about buying that cheese. As long as I know whenever I buy that cheese, it's going to go to building Merkava tanks that go into Gaza and just like carve stars of David into people's homes. You know, like that shit to me is unfathomable. But then you see the type of Hasbara that's on the outside, and it's a much different tone. Very, very different. And we have some. I want to talk about from 2016. So this is obviously pre October 7th. This is the type of propaganda that I have become so accustomed to. This is at I Really Hate You posted this, who is an ex-Israeli, recently moved out, a huge anti-Zionist Jew. He wrote that this video, published in 2016 on the YouTube channel of the Education Ministry, is a mandatory watch for any Israeli high schooler who goes abroad with/on behalf of his school.
So this is really inward facing, about outward facing.
Yes.
So they're telling teenagers, here's how to represent us out there.
Yes. And it's fantastic. This is, and it's very similar to when, you know, I did Birthright. This was like kind of the sort of the same pitch.
Yep.
You know, it was this is what you need to do when you either, you know, when you go back home. This is how you need to talk about us.
And notice which word they use absolutely freely, unapologetically, and intentionally here in terms of the mission.
Yes. Here is that. Now, I have a translated version of it with the dubbing. Should I play the translated with the dubbing?
I would prefer the dubbing.
Yeah.
It'll be helpful for those listening at home, and we'll let you know if there's any mistranslations.
And there's one untranslatable word which we'll have.
Which we'll play later at some point.
Hello, nice to meet you. I am Ilana Stein from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I want to share how you can help improve Israel's image globally.
Okay, I love that the AI dubbing software is getting very close to calling it is not real.
Israel.
Israel. Yeah, that's great.
First, we'll discuss what public diplomacy is.
Oh, okay. Hold on. It's not public diplomacy.
No.
That's so funny that AI translated hasbara as public diplomacy.
Yes,
they did. Probably, but in the actual, in I Really Hate You's subtitle, it says hasbara because that's
it's the word she uses. Yes,
she says,
yeah. Here we go.
Our current situation in the world, your thoughts on how to proceed, and then I'll offer advice on how you can enhance these efforts. Support the country and enjoy it. IF, you are in the eyes of someone from abroad. They think about negative things, and I have to say, unfortunately, that is also true. Many of them constantly watch the media, and what do they see in the media? They see, for example, this picture where we see them, and...
All right, so the picture they're showing is, what do they constantly see in the media? They see, for example, this picture, a tank and a small child. So now,
and unfortunately, it's true. We do have tanks, and they are small children.
Yeah. So this is a picture. It's a famous picture of a small child throwing, a literally pebble at a giant Merkava tank.
It's a picture of an Ewok up against a fucking AT-AT or whatever those two-legged AT-ATs are called.
No, right. I've never seen a worse depiction of David and Goliath.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. And
but they're about to tell you who David and Goliath really.
That's right.
Who's who?
The problem with this picture is, of course, that when you see it, you might get confused about who is David and who's Goliath. I can see how that's confusing. So here it is.
The small child. Now, in this picture, we know that the tank represents us, and we feel that we are the ones defending ourselves.
We're the Israeli Defense Forces.
We are the Israel Defense Forces, and this kid who is throwing a stone is actually attacking us. The problem is that someone who just looks at it doesn't see it from our perspective. For the person in the tank, he is certainly the attacker.
From their perspective, whoever's in the tank must be the aggressor, right?
Yeah.
Here, think about it as...
They literally are saying, oh no, that kid's the bad guy. He's got a rock.
Yeah,
straight
up. And we know that, but no one else out there looking at the picture without knowing the context will understand that we're really the ones being attacked. That's the problem. When we can't make these pictures go away. So what are we going to do about it?
Yes, and I'm gonna play the rest of it. Daniel, can you read the subtitles, because I think the inflection.
The subtitles are better. Yeah.
Please, the inflection is important.
Sure.
This is why AI will never replace us.
From their perspective, whoever's in the tank is obviously the aggressor. So what we're trying to do is explain this image, and in a sense, that's what we call
Unhasbaraiable.
Unhasbaraiable. And thank you for giving us our episode title.
I know. Not just our episode title, but they also a brand new sting, guys. Here it is.
Unhasbaraiable.
Oh, good. Unhasbaraiable. I can't even do
it. I mean, giving us Unhasbaraiable is such a gift.
That's the biggest gift we've ever. Wow. I'm almost crying from gratitude.
So, Unhasbaraiable, which is something that is so damaging to the image of Israel that you literally just can't explain it away. It's so funny having that now. We live in a time where literally everything is Unhasbaraiable.
She foretold this podcast.
Yeah, exactly. She knew someday. All right, here we go.
Go back just a touch.
Yes. Here
I want to hear Unhasbaraiable again from her. So she's saying it's something you can't explain or explain. She changes her accent to make hasbara the way we say it, as we like to say here.
Yeah,
she said the exact same word.
Yeah, but she just wanted to, just in case you need to use that word.
And that graphic is hers. I thought that graphic was from your Sting map, but they actually made that.
That's her. That's her. Yeah.
It's a confused, sexy librarian. Being like, I can't Hasbara this.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
There's no way to Hasbir this. All right. How do you explain
How do you explain Israel's image in the world? They told us, here's a collection of traits. Let's say which traits characterize Israel. At first, take all the traits and say which one characterizes Israel the most and which one the least. For example, what characterizes them most is leadership, creativity, intelligence, and initiative.
B-roll of doctors, arts, a play, puppetry.
These are the things we're good at. And then we said, what do we do with this information? Meaning, when you want to represent... Now, who did they poll to get those attributes? Do you think those are the traits that the world told them?
It's truly, I don't know. These are the traits that I've always known. You know what I mean?
Do you know what?
Yeah.
A thing I want to jump in. I remember I saw a documentary about Jewish comedy. It was about the tradition of comedy writing, stand-up comedy within the Jewish community in America.
Yeah.
And I don't remember who it was, but I remember this older dude who said, taking care of your family, it's a very Jewish thing.
Yeah.
And I that always stuck with me as just a perfect encapsulation of the idea that, and this is not exclusive to the Jewish community. I think everyone does, especially with Italians. We eat a lot. Everybody does that.
Right.
But
we feel guilty a lot.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just the idea of canonizing typically human qualities as exclusive to your own group.
Breathing to oxygenate your blood is a very Jewish thing, Adam says.
We do it every Passover. There hasn't been a year when we didn't expel carbon dioxide.
But yeah, it's a clear example of just dehumanizing another group by saying the most common denominator things that all human communities enjoy.
Yeah.
And thinking that onboarding and branding this brand of explanation is going to convince anybody.
Right, exactly. Especially when the only reason anyone would need convincing is because of the picture of the little boy who is throwing a rock at a tank.
Well, she must have some more strategies in the bag.
Oh, I'm sure
Let's see what she says. So she says, meaning, when you want to represent yourself, you need to use something real for that. And we concluded that what we need to do is call it creative energy. That's what characterizes what's happening here in Israel. On the one hand, creativity, and on the other, a lot of energy. From there, you can put a lot of things under this title. Yeah, like energetically creating settlements.
Yeah.
We can highlight our focus on innovation and high tech and the fact that we have many startups.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We use Waze.
They're showing Waze.
It's our theme song.
At some point when I was watching this, I was like, wait. This is just, did I make this video in 2016? And I love that there's B-roll of, I'm not sure what play this is, but I do love the ancient Egypt play that they are currently watching in the B-roll.
We can showcase our culture, which is very diverse, a mix of East and West.
Yeah.
No Orientalism at all going on in this picture.
The version of East is Cleopatra. I'm like, all right. Yeah, I'm sure they got belly dancers and everything.
Yeah, and how did that mixture happen? Was it a friendly mixture? Was it like a purely by invitation, voluntary mixture, or is something a little more violent than that?
Oh boy.
No, everyone just liked it, and
everyone came over of their own volition.
Yeah, exactly.
Open borders.
That's right. Yeah, the borders were open on both sides.
It's a beautiful mix of East and West, where the Easterners needed to completely leave their Easternness where they came from, where we
exactly. Yeah, I love it.
Oh my God.
So one way is with creative energy. If we have that same image we showed you earlier of that tank and a Palestinian kid trying to throw a stone, let's fill that picture with more things. They might
That'll help. If you have that picture,
put the cheese behind it.
Yeah, Photoshop some cheese. Maybe put like a USB stick in there. If you could put one of our famous Jaffa oranges. That'll just kind of
a picture
company in the background.
A Palestinian kid being run over by an Israeli tank. Except there's also a picture of a giant shampoo bottle.
How much are they telling? How much are they trying to embellish? Like literally just that image. Are they saying no, Photoshop in something else and be like,
no, I think they're saying you need to
round out the picture.
Right. Fill in the picture, round it out with
the narrative.
Some other narrative that exists. And the thing about that is that she doesn't mean explain why we need to have a tank run over a child. She explains that. Well, we'll let her speak. Yeah.
They might still see such an image on the news, but they have more associations, more things to remember us by.
Then there's a chance
that image will fade a bit. We can talk to them about our inventions. Like, for example, a pill you can swallow that has a camera inside. It travels through your body and can film your insides.
What the hell?
If someone really loves cherry tomatoes.
This sounds like Eric Adams.
It does.
Israel is an incredible country. We have cameras we can swallow. We also have tomatoes. That's Israel.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you ever swallowed a Jewish camera pill? If you had, you would not be anti-Semitic in these streets.
Yeah, I know you're seeing this picture of a tank and a child almost being run over about it. But have you considered the fact that we've invented a very small tomato?
And by the way, they didn't. They like made cherry tomatoes more cultivatable and exportable and industrializable. Like
yes, they did not invent the cherry.
They settled the tomatoes.
Yes, they settle everything.
They domesticated the tomato.
Yeah, exactly. They might be
interested to know that we invented them. Or before we had WhatsApp and all the things we have today, there used to be ICQ.
Okay, I love that. I love being like. And also, we invented this technology, which is it's gone now because of the fact that WhatsApp and shit exists. But we had ICQ. Remember ICQ?
Is that like Israeli AIM? Is that like basically that?
It was, yes. Have you heard of Betamax? That's great. Oh man, we invented laser discs before the whole DVD thing got out of hand.
That was how people used to communicate with each other on the internet. It was considered very sophisticated at the time, and we, the Israelis, brought it to the world.
It was a very popular thing. All right?
And so I tied a clove of garlic to my belt, which was the style at the time.
Oh.
Including the USB stick I'm using now to show you the presentation. That too was invented by Israelis. So if someone loves gadgets, this will interest them much more than a child being run over by a tank. So if we manage to fill the picture of Israel with all kinds of images.
I'm sorry, but like the only person inspecting that picture of a tank almost running over a child and being interested in gadgets is Inspector Gadget. That's the only person who's going to be like, gadgets, you say?
How distractible do they think the conversation is?
I know. Like, do you mean start talking about just say USB stick as soon as someone says the word occupation? Is that what you mean?
I'm just like... Imagine like you're having a conversation with like an Israeli over lunch and they're like, yeah, this is really destructive and horrible to these kids. And then you look down to your salad and you're like, you like those tomatoes?
yeah, dude. And
it would be a shame if something happened to those tomatoes.
Yeah.
It'd be a shame if they weren't as easy to cultivate as we made them back in the 70s. Yeah, I'm it's just the idea that they just are constantly like, okay, so you're talking to a moth, right? And they're like, what's going on with all this tanks killing children thing? What you do is you shine a light and you go, look at that, check this out. And it'll just fly right into the light. You don't even have to worry about it. They have No attention span.
So we managed to fill the picture of Israel with other images. We have a better chance to get people interested. Now, I want to tell you something that's also a life advice. Now, this is where it gets brilliant.
I love a little life advice. Please.
You ready for some life advice, Lucas? Are you?
Oh yes. I'm broken inside. I need this.
Are you in the dating pool currently? Are you in a relationship? Or are you dating?
I'm in a relationship.
You're in a relationship. But you've dated before, right?
Yeah. Wait, what if I said no?
Yeah, no.
I want you to think back.
Skip dating, went straight into a relationship.
Yeah. It was an arranged relationship.
Yeah, it's like early decision with college applications. I didn't have to do any of the other.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, I want you to think back on the the torture.
All right, I'll put myself in my single cap.
You're dating.
Okay.
What would you have done? How much better would life have been if you'd had this kind of life advice from a government spokesperson?
Yeah, delivered by Israeli Janice Soprano. Here we go.
Oh my God! Wow.
Yeah, right.
There it is. Right.
All right. Here's a little life advice.
We're going to talk about dating. I don't know how many of you are already going on dates, and if not, I wish for you to go, and I wish for you to enjoy it too. You won't always enjoy it, I'm warning you. Now let's talk about how this relates to us. But first, I'll give you some dating tips. Okay, she's doing the thing of like, I'm going to make this relatable, but first I'm going to tell you why it's relatable. But first, I'm going to...
You've telegraphed it enough, lady.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
But let's say you go out on a date. One of the things you can do is start talking about yourself a lot. And you can go even further. You can immediately start by talking about all your flaws. In my case, I can't really see, can't really hear, and I can't smell.
Okay, I don't know what that's got to be that's a translation that I don't understand. She's like
or maybe she actually has major sensory defects.
Yeah, okay.
Is she blind?
She can't. She just said, I can't really see. I can't really smell. And she says she can't really hear?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Cool. Wow. So
she has very good eye point contact for someone. Okay. Yeah. I'm not even going to. Yeah. Wow.
You know what? How did you pick me on Bumble? All right, fine.
I could spend the whole date talking about that. I'm sure the other person would just love it. More than that, I could tell him about a feud I have with my cousin who is super annoying, and he started it. And ever since we were kids, he's always picking on me. And he's always doing things on purpose so that in the end I have no choice and I have to slap him. I could talk about that.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. I can tell you that if you do that, chances are you won't get a second date. Trust me. Believe me, I've tried.
Yeah, believe me. I've started every date I've ever had talking about the genocide I'm currently doing on a population of people, and it does not go well.
So what we're saying is she's single.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I can't imagine she goes on many dates in which they don't have that conversation about how it's good that they're doing occupation. And
pheromones don't work with her because she can't really smell.
That's right. She can't. She can't see. She can't smell.
She has the longest COVID.
Yeah, I like this. Hear no evil, see no evil, smell no evil. All right,
another way to handle a date.
Okay.
Is, for example, to show interest in the other person. What I love here is that the Israeli teenagers she's speaking to have never heard of this way of dealing with other human beings.
Yeah.
That's wow. This is really deep stuff. This is really high level. I'm learning a lot.
The dating advice is like, see what interests them. As that relates to this conversation, that means your response to someone asking you about that picture is, well, enough about me.
Why is your country murdering children?
Oh, can we talk about yourself for a little bit? What kind of books do you like? You see any movies?
What do you like to smell?
Yeah. What's your favorite smell? Mine's napalm.
Or like more pertaining to the picture. Did you ever like to skip stones when you were a kid? Or
yeah,
what was your favorite vehicle to ride?
Yeah.
What's the biggest? Yeah.
All right, to see what interests him or her.
How big does it? Oh no, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, how small does a rock have to be for it to be okay?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Maybe they're into extreme sports.
Okay.
And now you're both going to climb some mountain together, or maybe a climbing wall. In my case, there still wouldn't be a second date, but in your case, maybe there would be.
I love that.
Okay, that was funny.
Yeah.
That was good. That was a good line. I'll give her that. That was funny. In my case, still wouldn't work.
I like for her, half of this is like an informational video that she's doing. The other half is like video dating, where she's just like, by the way, I can't see, I can't smell, I can't hear. And also, if you talk about mountain climbing, I'm fucking out. just so you know. It's like also she's talking to a very specific person.
This is unfortunately hilarious.
Yes.
This is really good.
Unfortunately, hilarious was the other subtitle of this podcast.
For you, it might work. For me, my lack of hearing means that I can't tell when I'm screaming, and my lack of smell means I can't tell when I need to take a shower. Yeah. There is no hope for me. I'm beyond hope. But you can protect Israel's image.
That's right.
Maybe because maybe you also love... she's saying, I'm not an extreme sports person. Mm-hmm. And you could go together to climb some wall. Maybe the other person likes movies, and you'll go watch some cool action movie. Again, in my case, nothing doing. I hate movies. I am not interesting.
I can't see and I can't hear them. It's really, it's a mystery to me. Every movie is a murder mystery.
I can't believe I have a job.
Yeah, exactly.
Or someone likes music concerts.
Oh, okay. We love music concert.
Cool.
Oh.
I like movie films and music concerts. Or someone is interested in the environment. You'll go clean up a beach together.
A beach?
There are all kinds of options. If you show interest in the other person, you can discover what you have in common and what you can do together. Then some actual kind of connection could be developed. And that connection can flourish. And next time you can continue with shared interests. And how is this related to us, besides the fact that you also got a life tip about the world of dating? It's the same when you try to do hasbara abroad. You'll meet people from around the world with teens just like you. By the way, the meeting can be online or face-to-face. Mm-hmm. So my suggestion is also not to do something that a lot of Israelis do, which is act Israeli. Where we immediately start talking nonstop. We have this feeling that we have to explain ourselves, that everyone has to understand that we're okay. Okay, pause, Matt.
Yeah.
Do you understand the mindfuck of being Israeli?
Yeah.
Always be doing hasbara, but don't explain yourself so much.
Yes. Yeah.
Hasbara means explanation. It means explaining.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically Han Solo, fly casual, try not to be noticed, but don't act like you're trying not to be noticed. Yeah. Fly casual. Exactly.
Just to continue on what you're saying here, it is wild that this is an informational video about, like, at some point you're going to be outside of the bubble. And outside of the bubble, people have a lot of questions about what goes on here. And it's important for you to know to keep your mouth fucking shut about what's going on here. There's no sufficient way that you're going to be able to handle explaining some things about our country and why they are necessary. So ask them immediately if they're into rollerblading. Like this is like Scientology or like some sort of fucking cult. You know what I mean? It's just like this is a video for people so that they understand that the outside world is scary and has a lot of questions, and these questions will not be suitable for you to answer.
And worse, they're legitimate questions.
Right. Well, right.
Like if they said this is bullshit, it's all anti-Semitism, that'd be one thing. But she's not saying that.
No.
She's saying they're going to understandably want to know what a tank is doing facing down a 3-year-old with a pebble.
Yeah.
So ask them about rollerblading.
Yeah, exactly. It's just wild. It's a bit like what I told you about with the cousin. Oh, is it? Exactly. I didn't get that immediately.
Well, I think it's also funny that she's like, hey, you're going to have a lot of people who really dislike you. It's so much like dating. Like that.
Yeah.
That's really the twist of it, is she's like, hey, it's a hellscape out there, like trying to find the one.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's like being Israeli, bro. Just like
that's not what it's like. You know.
Do you guys know the Kids in the Hall sketch, Cabbage Head?
No, I don't.
Vaguely.
No.
Go ahead.
It's one of their earliest sketches. Bruce McCullough as this raging misogynist, chauvinist prick who's always trying to get laid. He's got a big cigar.
Yeah.
And he's very unpleasant and very uncouth, and he's got a cabbage for a head. And whenever women turn him down, he's like, it's because of my cabbage head, isn't it?
Yeah, right. Yeah. This is the cabbage head of countries.
It is.
Yes.
It's so wild.
That's...
Constantly having to explain that we're okay and the conflict isn't our fault because they did this to us and they started it because that's what happened. The other side will The other side will say, okay, enough already. You chewed my ear off. I don't want to meet with you anymore. And you've lost everything. But now if on the other hand you try to show interest, what interests this person? Well, what does this girl like to do? Does she like going to the movies? Is she interested in fashion? Does he like sports? Is he into the environment? What are they interested in? When you find out, then you can connect and show them how it's done in Israel. What if what they're interested in is saving kids from being run over by tanks?
Right. Well, then we have a problem with the date. That, I think, is a no-go with the date. If you started off the date and you're just like, what are your interests? And it's like stopping genocide, then there's nothing left to say to you. I can't even talk to you.
It's wild to see someone manipulate a massive audience into manipulators.
Yes.
That's a lot to have to lift up for a video.
Yeah.
Which honestly, it's so messy, it's kind of genius.
It's a masterclass.
Yeah. And I mean, it's just, it's so like sickening too, because I mean, at the same time, I'm always going through these feelings that are conflicting when it comes to Israeli citizens, because of the fact that they are simultaneously oppressors and then also in a way being, victimized by their own government.
If I could jump in. I think it's the same relationship with how the patriarchy, it oppresses women and all other genders, but it also reduces the scope that men are available to express themselves.
Right.
And that everybody suffers under patriarchy to different amounts, but that everyone does suffer. I think it's the same relationship.
And it aggressively has to propagandize men and traumatize them out of feeling their own feelings.
Absolutely.
Valuing their own vulnerability, all the other things it has to do to make them less than a whole person, because a whole person will have connections to other parts of them, like their heart, their soul, their mind, their critical thinking, their empathy, their own femininity, whatever. That would make them ineffective enforcers of that system. Exactly. And that's what Israeli society does to Israelis from birth, from before birth. And this video is a hilarious, horrific, poignant demonstration of that. Yeah. It's incredible how fucking bald-faced it is.
It's also so similar to Eric Adams, because I'm sure you guys have seen that video of him saying, like, if this is how you find out if your son has drugs in his backpack. For anyone who hasn't seen this video, you need to go online and just look up Eric Adams, like, backpack. And it feels like a sketch.
Yes.
There's weird music in the background. He's being himself. Everything is so goddamn weird. It feels like a sketch. This, in the same way, is sort of being like, and it still wouldn't work out for me, but for you, it'd be like, it's so insane.
Yes.
You forget you're being. It's.
Yeah.
That's how you can really get them interested in Israel. Now, that's when you're face to face. You can do this on social media too.
They certainly do. They certainly do.
Skype.
This is 2016, Lucas.
Oh,
look at all those different.
I forget.
Platforms.
I do forget.
Yeah, look.
There was Facebook. There didn't used to be an everything app back then.
You're right.
That's right.
You can post things about the conflict, and that's fine. But if you do it all the time, who would even want to follow you? Who wants to start their day with something negative?
Yeah, it's so funny saying that, because literally all of these platforms, they prioritize that type of negative engagement. It's like this is why there's so many hasbarists. This video came out in 2016, where there was clearly not a full understanding that, like, the way that all of the hasbar, like, this is when I was becoming familiar with, like, half of the cast of snakes and ghouls that we've talked about on the show. Like, I learned about them through a lot of these, like, Facebook accounts in which they had made it their job to do this kind of hasbara. And it is.
This video is like the last stand of good hasbara. Like, this is the end of an era. It's it's as if it's as if, I don't know, you could go back to, like, before the fall of Mordor, before the ire of Sauron, and like a sort of chipper government agency is like, here's how you can protect Sauron's reputation. Explain to people that Uruk-hai are just orcs like everyone else. Like,
what's her name again?
Her name?
Yeah, what's her name?
We'll go back to the beginning and tell.
Yeah, sure. No, but let's see it at the end first.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
People want positive things too, and that's the way you can contribute. So I hope you enjoyed, and that you learned, and that now you'll help Israel, because we need you. You're part of our creative energy. And that you'll also enjoy it, and that you'll make friends and meet people around the world, and through you, they'll get to know us. So good luck, and I hope to see you online somewhere. Thank you.
Fucking A, dude. It is truly beautiful. This is... her name is Alana Stein.
Yeah.
Alana Stein. I want her to Google her and see if she, found someone.
Yeah, or, got glasses or something.
Yeah.
Or hearing aids, or maybe she got her smell back.
I Googled Alana Stein. I'm afraid that I asked for the most generic Jewish woman name. Right. I'm not going to narrow that down. Yeah. That's not going to work.
One?
There's 3 Alana Steins at the Mount Sinai Hospital Oncology Department.
I think I have an Alana Stein as a cousin, too.
Probably me, yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably our same cousin.
Probably the same one. We're probably related.
Probably.
Look, I don't want to hear about your cousin. I want to start the day with something positive, all right?
Yeah, exactly. Don't tell me about the cousin who you've been systematically oppressing for 77 years, but who hits you sometimes, and therefore they are the bad guy. Yeah, it is like...
It's also the fact that she would use a cousin analogy.
I know.
That's a different era.
Yeah, that's true.
She's not talking about Amalek.
Yeah, she's not talking about the children of fucking darkness. She's not talking about Amalek. She's still doing the cousin thing, which was
it's a family stuff.
It's a family feud. Don't get in the middle. Don't interfere with the our family issues.
It really brings me back.
I know.
It's just a different time, and it's only 9 years ago.
I know. It was like it really was that type of Hasbara, and it's so funny. It's like one of the reasons this podcast started was because I noticed that they were trying, at least for the first. I mean, still to this day, a lot of the times you see it, but they were trying this type of Hasbara to explain what they were doing in Gaza, post October 7th, and people were just like, this doesn't work anymore. And no one was telling them, guys, this whole look over here at this USB stick strategy is not going to work when every day we're getting that picture. The picture she's showing of the tank and the child throwing a rock, we are seeing that, times 1,000 really, because not only are we seeing, this, clear images of genocide every day, but we're not even seeing the rock part of it, where they are, there's some sort of defense happening. Well, what you're seeing is defenseless people being murdered every day, and they're still out here in these streets. To crib Eric Adams, they out here in these streets talking about WhatsApp. They're in these streets talking about fucking cherry tomatoes and USB sticks, and it's like that does not work. It doesn't work anymore.
Look, if you're not out here in these streets talking about cherry tomatoes and USB sticks and shampoo, then what are you doing trying to be the mayor of the Upper East Side?
That's right. That's right. You can't go out and just talk about globalizing the, katakana or the Japanese katana, or what is it called? Into
katana, yeah.
Yeah, into katana. That's right.
Into katana.
Eric Adams is like a much, much worse version of Clay Davis, I just realized.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Clay Davis was 1,000 times smoother.
Yeah, yeah. And Clay Davis code switching was it was 1,000 times smoother.
I'm unfamiliar with Clay Davis. Who is that?
The Wire.
He was a state senator on The Wire.
You're a young guy, right? You're 23.
I'm 30.
Oh, you look great.
We got a 30-year-old. We got a 40-year-old, and we got a guy turning 50 in 2 months.
Look at this.
Wow.
On this podcast.
Look at this. Decades apart, and yet we're all together here podcasting because there's no more industry in America. What? Yeah.
You know where there is industry?
Where?
The place where the produce of the state
Oh, good.
comes from the
That's
produce
right,
of
baby.
the land.
Yeah.
I love how like drones are produce.
Yeah.
You go
It's
into
an
the produce
amazing bit of
section.
spin. That is an amazing bit of spin. Like, oh yeah, no, this is basically a vegetable, and we're proud of it. It's organic.
Like, yeah, in America we do a meme where pizza is a vegetable. In Israel they do drones are vegetables. Arrow rockets are vegetables. Yeah, man. I mean,
Wow.
that video is just incredible, and it's just like, you know, again, I'm not trying to obviously when I talk about my own sympathy or empathy in terms of the victimization of the Israeli public by their own propaganda and their own, you know, government mandated ideology of manifest destiny and expansionism. I'm not. Yeah.
Forgive me for interrupting you, but I often think about if I don't know how possible it is to divorce my soul from my lived experience, but I really try to imagine if my soul, whatever me is, if that was put in a German boy in the 30s, growing up in that time, Aryan family, everything, would I rebel against it, or would I just believe what I was being? I really wonder how well I would have interpreted what I was being given. Yeah, and I don't know if I haven't, but I do try to remind myself at the end of the day, these are still human beings.
Right,
and
with agency, yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
and responsible, but still, like, they're human, yeah.
Right.
I don't think it aids our understanding of the Holocaust one bit, nor does it increase our compassion for the victims of the Holocaust one bit to imagine that the population of Nazi Germany sprung fully formed from some evil Sauronian hellfire
of course.
in Mount Doom. The point is, it's a human phenomenon. The point is,
it also robs us of the ability to stop that happening again in the future, which obviously 100%. We haven't done well.
And I also think there's no way we would be able to do good satire on this podcast, good parody, if you don't have some compassion, which is to say, you get inside the psychology, you understand why this stuff appeals to people, why it makes sense, and you know what I'm saying. So you don't have to apologize, Matt. We were talking before we were recording about not needing to apologize.
Oh, I'm not apologizing. What I'm saying is that I can't look at that video and not put myself in the position of like having to sit down and watch this fucking thing. The mindset you have to be in to be an Israeli and watch this shit is like I couldn't. I don't know, man. I don't know how they do it. And you know, at the end of the day, when looking at all this, you see, well, what did this culminate into? It culminated into a society that is currently vastly in favor of continuing genocide and continuing ethnic cleansing. Like, polling data has shown overwhelmingly, over and over again, that in Israel there is no real majority out there that has called to stop the genocide, that is called for Palestinian statehood, or, you know, anything. I mean, literally the bar of stopping genocide, stopping ethnic cleansing. No, they are for not just continued but expanded ethnic cleansing. And so, you know, you look at that, and, you know, I'm not sitting here calling them the victims. You know, clearly the Palestinians are the victims of the Israelis, but it's I just look at it and I go, man, the mind fuck you have to live with, you know, and I'm not going to sit here and say could never be me, because you know, you just don't fucking know. I'm not going to, you know, pretend that if you know, if I was Israeli, I'd be a refusenik. But I also, part of me is like, I mean, come on, man.
There's just no way of knowing.
At the end of the day,
but it does make me respect my Israeli friends who have broken out of that mindset, who have seen it from either from a young age or more recently, and or anyone who's working their way out of it at whatever stage they're at. That doesn't mean everyone else needs to stand on the sidelines and cheer and give them cookies and whatever. But whatever it takes to go against that kind of tide.
Yeah, those are easily the most admirable and most exciting stories to tell, as someone who actually is able to swim against the current.
Yeah, breaking out of the cult, you know. Yeah. It's beautiful to see when it happens, and we super encourage it. And also at the same time, every time
I'm not going to give an example because someone in the Patreon comments will accuse me of glazing.
yeah.
But I could.
But yeah, no, it is wild to see. But yeah, man, that video is I wish, you know, there used to be days when we would just have cherry tomato talk, and you know, there was a time when the occupation was brutal and quiet. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of liberal Zionists who are wishing for those days to return. You know, back when, you know, it wasn't so public, when we could just oppress Palestinians and be able to move the conversation forward with an outsider. Just be like, it's just some cousins having a little bit of a feud. Anyways, did you know we invented galoshes? You know? Those are the days. And that's the days of this podcast. Lukas Arnold, thank you so much for coming on and talking about Hasbara with us.
Thank you so much for having me. I had such a good time talking to you guys.
Where can people find you on the internet?
Yes, you can find me on all social media at Lukas T. Arnold. That's Lucas with a K. Please go to, if you find me on socials, please go to the link in my bio. It starts with beacons, and you will find a link that says tell me where to perform. That is where I would love you to tell me like your name, your city, and how I can let you know when I'm going to be performing stand-up comedy in your area. That is the most helpful thing that you could possibly do. Please follow me, and when I can, I'll see you on the road, whoever is listening and watching.
Absolutely, and we will put those links in the show notes, so please click them, find out where Lukas is performing, and follow him on social media and do all the things you would do. Again, Lukas, awesome having you. Thanks for coming on.
Very grateful to be here. Thanks again.
And thank you to all of you out there for watching Bad Hasbara. Patreon.com/BadHasbara, badhasbara@gmail.com for all your questions, comments, and concerns. All right, everyone. Thanks again so much for listening. And until next time, from the river to the sea.
The global infrittata needs your creative energy.
Beautiful.
Jumping jacks was us. Push-ups was us. Krav Maga us. All karate us. Taking Molly us. Michael Jackson us.